You can lie to your friends, your boss, and even your family. But the moment you start lying to yourself, you lose. Because the truth always comes out. It just shows up later as regret, exhaustion, or wasted potential. Today we're talking about something few people want to face: self honesty. The most powerful change you'll ever make starts when you finally stop lying to yourself. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. I appreciate everybody listening and watching and sharing the show and doing everything that y'all do to support the cause out here. And today we're talking about being honest with yourself. I know everybody goes through it, and everybody lies to themselves. You could say you don't, but you do. Every day you'll probably lie to yourself. Like the night before, you'll say, "I'll get up out of bed early today," and when the alarm hits, nope, not getting up. But that is definitely one way you lie to yourself. And you're just setting yourself up for failure, and you just set up yourself up to not believe in yourself. So the lies we all tell ourselves, these aren't the kind of lies you tell these aren't the kind of lies you tell others. They're the quiet lies you whisper to yourself so you can sleep at night. I don't have time. And you scroll for hours, or you sit there and watch TV. I'll start Monday, but you've said that for months. Monday is just a made up day. Like start Tuesday, start Friday, start a Wednesday. It doesn't matter what day you start as long as you start. The best time to start was 2 years ago, but the next best time is today, right now. I'm doing my best. Deep down, you're just coasting. You're not trying your best. And we've all been guilty of that. My kids will always say I tried my best when dang well they didn't. I'll tell myself I tried my best knowing well I didn't. Or I've tried everything knowing you haven't tried everything. It's not that bad, even though it feels it's breaking you down inside. Just having other people talk to you in a bad way that they didn't mean it. They didn't, it wasn't that bad. When no, it was that bad. If you're feeling a certain way and it doesn't make you feel good, then it was that bad. So the truth bomb I got for today is the lies you tell yourself become the limits you live under. Every time you lie to yourself, you build a wall between who you are and who you could be. A couple other lies that we tell ourselves is the one I just said, talking about waking up early, or I'm going to start eating right, or I'm going to go out to dinner, but I'm only going to order the salad with chicken. And you get there and you order, fried Cheetos. I don't even know what fried Cheetos. Nobody's serving fried Cheetos. You order the big old chimichanga, eat the whole basket of chips, eat all the queso. And next thing you know, you've consumed like 1,200 calories compared to the 500 calories you're supposed to eat. Like, that is lying to yourself. Like, those little things that you tell yourself every day add up, and they just keep going on and on and on. And to the point where you just don't believe in yourself, and you're just breaking down your confidence. You start getting those little wins and beating those little lies, you're going to gain a whole lot more confidence in life. So a couple of reasons why we lie to ourselves is we lie to protect our ego. It's easier to avoid the truth than to face the pain of failure or regret. Sometimes you just have to face the failure and regret. Like, just go for it. Like, it's going to be okay in the end. You're going to learn from it. As long as you learn from it, everything's going to be okay. You're going to come out better on the other side of that. We lie to stay comfortable. We want to stay in our nice little comfy zone because honesty forces change, and change is super uncomfortable. And we all don't want to change, but the change is good for us. My latest change that I did is I just started training for High Rocks back in June, and my comfort zone was just a little bit of CrossFit, a little bit of jogging, a little bit of weightlifting, things like that. But this was not in my comfort zone. Running 8, 9, 10Ks at least once a week, doing sprints, like 8K of sprints, just so much running, so much more rowing, just more biking, things like that. Like, just more endurance pace stuff is not in my wheelhouse. It's not in my comfort zone. So that got me big time out of it. We lie because we fear judgment. If we admit the truth, we might have to own it and do something about it. Like, own your truth. That is the best thing about it, is you can change. You can own the truth. and you could do something about it. You don't have to sit where you're at. You don't have to sit at the back of the bus. You don't have to sit behind everybody. You can jump forward and own your truth and make it through life a better person. Example, when you say, I don't have time to work out, you're really saying, it's not that important enough to me yet. It's not a high priority yet. When you say, I'll start tomorrow, what you really mean is, I'm scared to start today. Once you start seeing the lie, you can fix the pattern, easily fix the pattern. Just notice the lie and reframe it to, I'm going to start now. I'm going to start working out. I have time. I'm going to reprioritize my life to fit in working out, eating right, and still getting the jobs done that I need to get done. Still taking care of the family. Still hanging out with the wife or the husband. Still playing with the kids. Still doing your podcast. Still being able to do something for yourself that isn't just work. You have to have that. Like, it's part of life. Like, it brings happiness, fills up your cup that you could spill into other people's cup. So what happens when you start telling the truth? You reclaim the power. The moment you tell yourself the truth, no filters, you stop being a victim of your own excuses, and you start winning. You start getting more confident. You rebuild trust with yourself. Every time you're honest, you strengthen that inner relationship. You stop breaking promises to yourself. You start keeping those promises. So when you tell somebody that you're going to do something, you're going to show up. Or you tell yourself that, hey, I'm going to go home, make some chicken breast, some broccoli, and some rice for dinner tonight, and you go home and you actually do it, that means you are making that promise to yourself and you're fulfilling that promise, being more self-confident day by day. You're not going to fall into that bad habit of just going home and wrecking the pantry and just getting all the junk food you can get, eating a nasty peanut butter and jelly sandwich, just gaining those calories. But you're going to go back down there, you're going to eat the chicken breast and the broccoli and the rice, season it up some. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good meal. You're going to rebuild trust with yourself. You gain clarity. The fog lifts. You finally see what's holding you back, and you get to see where your life can go, not keep looking at the past. You create real confidence. Confidence doesn't come from pretending. It comes from facing the truth and moving forward anyway. It comes from you not lying to yourself, and it comes from you being able to hold yourself responsible and having the responsibility to follow through with what you said you were going to do. I know it's a tough thought process, and it's a tough line to go after, but you have to go into this 100% knowing that you can trust yourself. And everybody can trust themselves. It's just a matter of how strong you are to be able to not fall into the everyday norm or the average person doing the same old thing, stopping by McDonald's, not going to the gym, sitting on Netflix, sitting there doom scrolling TikTok forever. You know, it's just one of those things that you got to set the example for yourself. And if you need to follow other people's example, it's perfectly fine. You know, you can scroll for a little bit. You can still watch a little bit of TV. High performers are still doing the same things. Like Joe Rogan still watches TV. You know, everybody's got their shows that they want to watch, YouTube, things like that. But you got to get your stuff done first. Make it all the other things a priority, and that's what you get at the end of the day. The truth might sting for a moment, but it heals forever. Lies feel safe for a while, but they rot your soul. Just keep going. Just keep going. I know it's hard. I know that, you know, there's times in life where you just feel like you're at the rock bottom and there's just no way to get up and there's no way to just see the top. But I'm telling you, if you just start little wins inside your brain of not lying to yourself, things are going to start looking up. You're going to start coming back up the mountain. It's going to be a great experience. So how are you going to start living the truth? You're going to audit your excuses. Every time you make an excuse, write it down. What are your top 3 excuses that you made today of like why you couldn't work out? Be brutally honest about what's really behind them. Like if you say you don't have time, like what do you mean you don't have time? You could wake up early. You could get off. I mean, you could just do it as soon as you get off work. You could do it on your lunch break. You only have to do like 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be like a 2-hour workout. There's so many different things. Like, why didn't you come home and eat the chicken breast? Why didn't you meal prep? Why didn't you get that promotion? Like, start coming up with excuses that you're writing down, that you have out there, is it true, or is it just you being comfortable? Like, ask yourself that. Like, figure it out and write it down so that way you can actually see, your brain can see why you're making those excuses. Definitely call yourself out with compassion. Don't shame yourself. See it as awareness. Growth starts with the truth. Like, you're gonna be okay by doing this. Like, just don't be like, oh, I hate myself, I'm so stupid, I suck. Don't do any of that. Like, just be like, oh man, that was a bad excuse. Let me change that into a positive and make time for it. Face the mirror every morning. Look at yourself in the eye and ask, am I being honest with myself about my effort, about my habits, and about my priorities? Look in the mirror. Like, you are your own worst enemy. You're your worst own critic. Like, the only competition is you and that person in the mirror, and you have to beat it every single day. Every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go work out. And I have to fight that little guy and tell myself, get up, go do it, else you're not going to do it at all. And it's going to make you feel better as soon as you're done with it. You have to own your story. Stop hiding your past or pretending you've got it all together. None of us have it all together. I don't care who you talk to. They don't have it together. Your truth connects you to others more than your mask ever will. The fact that, everybody's pretending, like, the fake it till you make it. Like, nobody, like, what is it that makes it? Like, who is that person that makes it? I mean, it could be, the guy's a millionaire, but I guarantee you he's got something else going on in his life that he's still wishing that he could fix, or still wishes that he could, get it together in that side of the aspect of it. It could be his family life. It could be the drinking. It could be the booze, the drugs, all sorts of different hidden things that could be going on. But all you see is that they're a millionaire and they look happy, where deep down inside, they might not be happy at all because, they could have taken a bad path to the end of being a millionaire or billionaire, all sorts of different things. Build truth into action. Once you admit the truth, take one step. No matter how small, truth without action just becomes guilt. So always take the little tiny little steps, and they're going to turn into huge, huge wins. So if you want to change your life, start by telling yourself the truth. Stop sugarcoating your excuses. Stop justifying mediocrity. Stop pretending it's okay when it's not, because truth will hurt once, but the lie will hurt every single day. Your breakthrough doesn't start when you find motivation. It starts when you stop lying to yourself. Now get out there, crush today, crush tomorrow, crush the rest of this week. And I appreciate everybody listening. If you got some good value out of this, definitely share it. And I appreciate everybody's time for this. And thank you.